and Bo podcast. I am Bo.
It's JJ.
And we are here to just, talk shit about what's going on in the entertainment world. Mainly stuff for the culture, mainly sports, mainly music, and a little bit of everything else we've started to touch on that may be relevant at the time. We're going to start off talking a lot of shit about your boy Nate Robinson.
My boy Nate.
Yeah, I know you seen the knockout, man.
Yeah.
And you got to admit, Nate was not prepared for this fight. There's no trainer in the world that trained him that way to go head first into a boxing ring.
Now, I'm going to stop you there. It could be a trainer that trained him that way, but if I was Nate, don't put it out there.
If there's a trainer that trained Nate that way, he should be right now. It's terrible.
It's a little harsh, but
it's not harsh. Nate could have lost his life, and you trained him that way.
I mean, that's
Nate could have lost his life. He was knocked out unconscious for a good 2.5 minutes, bro. 2.5 minutes.
Man, we don't know what Nate was going through that day because he made himself defenseless. He was just running into punches. It was like a bullfight.
It's a street fight. You went into a boxing ring with a street fighter's mentality, and it's like not even a good street fighters. You went in there with like, all right, bro, we're at the club and I'm gonna run up on you and bum rush you, and I'm gonna win. It's not boxing, bro. You don't play boxing. It's serious. He could have died. He really could have.
Well, there's no disagreements there. But I mean, that was the highlight of the night.
It wasn't the main event, but it was a highlight. I just had to get that out. I just had to get it off my chest.
That and Snoop's commentary.
Snoop is that dude, man.
So
Snoop is that dude.
I think we got to ask ourselves, what can Snoop not do at the end of the day?
Sing.
I don't know, man.
You can't sing. I don't care what you say. It was funny. It was horrible. But it was funny. He said, "Oh, pressure's low." Stop it. It was funny, but it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. But I enjoy Snoop, and I hope that we see more of him in doing boxing commentary for real. I'm all for it.
Well, Triller did announce that they starting a boxing line, and they did sign Snoop on to be the commentator. So I think we'll see a lot more Snoop in the near future.
I look forward to it. Because Snoop can do it. Snoop can do anything except sing. He made a gospel album, and it was actually really good. Praise the Lord. But we're gonna get on to the main event. The main event was Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones, and I gotta say, man, Tyson looked great. To be 54 in that kind of shape, and you saw that he still had the power, some of the power that he used to have. He's not fully his old self, but he's not far from his old self at the same time.
But that's the thing. Like, if you watch Tyson prepare for the fight, he took the fight like it was an actual fight. He took it serious.
Honestly, he took it seriously. He took it more serious than I thought he would, because during the training, I'm thinking he's gonna kill Roy. But in the match, I felt like he was pulling his punches.
What was that fight? Last week?
Yeah, last Saturday.
You think Roy's still trying to rest up? Because, man, Roy took some body shots,
ribs are still hurt.
He took some body shots. I'm pretty sure I would still be in the ice bath.
His ribs are still hurt. I guarantee it. Them body shots. And Roy was weighing in at 210 pounds. That's his walking around weight, bro. Roy fought at 170, 180, light heavyweight. He came up to heavyweight one time. And he came up to heavyweight one time. He won, but that's because of his speed. He had that speed over his opponent.
He won because it was a fight that wasn't a fight. Let's be honest. It was a draw.
That too.
It was a draw. You know, that's
we'll call it that.
Roy played more defense than anything.
But Roy I think I was mad because I felt like Roy was out of shape. But I realized later that he needed that weight on his midsection. He needed that weight to cushion the blows, the body blows. Okay. Without that, Roy might have been seriously hurt. Because you saw Tyson got off a good 3-piece on him in the corner. Just all ribs. Bow, bow, bow. Okay. And I was like, dude.
We definitely going to have to check in the future. We definitely going to have to see how much did Roy make. I believe what they got, like $1 million each?
Roy got $1 million.
So Tyson get $1 million?
What I read was that Tyson got 10. Because Tyson is the bigger name, even though I feel like Roy and Tyson are pretty close. They should have got closer to the same pay. But because Tyson's been gone for 15 years, and there's a whole...
If we're going to be honest, Roy should have got more than Tyson.
Tyson. Yes, no.
Okay.
Hell no.
I don't care about the name. We're talking about what Roy got to put his body through. He got to get in the ring with Mike Tyson.
He signed up for it.
I get
You
that.
should have signed the contract.
That's why I want extra
You should have signed the contract.
I agree.
You signed. You knew you was getting $1 million. I'm sure they told you what Tyson was getting. You still signed up. That was your fault.
How much you think Nate Robinson got?
A Dr. Bill. Nate's dead, bro.
Is he still there? He's still the ring.
Look, they said Nate got on the chat rooms and the Instagram. I haven't seen it. So as far as I'm concerned, Nate still ain't in the ring.
Sorry, if Dave Chappelle was to come back with the Chappelle Show, he was to do the race draft, we probably have to send Nate Robinson to another.
No, he didn't lose his black card. He didn't even lose a lot of respect because you walked into a boxing ring without knowing how to box and you got knocked out. That's what's supposed to happen.
Bo, I got on IG the next morning. I seen celebrities posting condolence posts. It was like Nate died. You gotta understand, bro. I feel bad for Nate.
It's crazy because during the ring when he was laying out, it's like, all right, he got knocked out. We all laughing. He really could have been messed up. Like, he could have been hurt for real. Like, had to go to the hospital and everything.
I mean, that's true. But, another question. Did the NBA sign off on Nate to be the representative? We could have got somebody from the Malice of the Palace. We could have got Dan Wallace,
Nate,
Steven Jackson. We could have got Ron Artest.
Ron would have been a better fight.
That's all you got to do. Play Ron some Henderson.
Ron would have been a much better fight. I think Ron would have slept Jake Paul.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Ron knows how to fight. I mean, I saw the little Malice. He didn't really swing.
Or Jermaine O'Neal. Remember Jermaine O'Neal
would have knocked that nigga cold out.
Yeah.
For real. Jermaine O'Neal got sleepers.
But
he slipped on water and still knocked the nigga out.
No, eventually, I think it was a great show. I think it was something that was good for coaching, especially in the times that we had.
Like, I heard that was the best version of that fight that we could have got. It wasn't going to be any better than that. And I agree. I expected a little more. That's just me being a Mike Tyson and a Roy Jones fan. I expected them to come out like, oh, they're almost in their primes again. Like, oh, this is great. I should have known better. That's my fault for being optimistic and hoping for the future. Like, oh, man, these kids get to see Mike Tyson fight. That's true. You get to see what we saw growing up.
That's true.
It's not going to happen. But I would like to see Tyson fight some younger dudes.
I don't think Mike's even in this boxing career anymore, man.
Mike's turned up.
I mean, I don't think Mike really, but you gotta understand, like, Mike understands, like, the passion for boxing is still there, but it's from, like, a fan's point of view now. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mike isn't that vicious animal anymore.
That's because Mike smoked before the match. If Mike hadn't smoked, he would have had a flashback and Roy would have got hurt.
I don't think so.
Roy could have got hurt. If Roy didn't have that little bit of athleticism left in him where he could slip, Tyson could have ate him up, bro. Like, because that's all Roy had was his athleticism. Like, he was show off. Mm-hmm. Tyson, everybody said that Tyson is technical, bro. He still throws punches like it's. He gets in there, he digs in. Tyson still got it, bro. I love Mike Tyson. That's my guy. My number one is Ali. Tyson's my number two.
I mean, that's true, but I just don't look forward to, like, you know, athletes that retire and come back. That's like telling Michael Jordan to come back and have a one-on-one challenge against all the young guys. You see what I'm saying?
I think Michael still win.
Yeah.
Mike got fundamentals. Mike just knows basketball. Like, yeah, you might have him in athletics. What was Mike, 57, 58?
But there's something called father time.
So what? Ric Flair still wrestles. Somebody can beat father time. At least sometime.
I mean, you think Mike could?
Yeah.
Did you watch The Last Dance? Yeah. Mike's eyes was bloodshot red the entire Last Dance.
He's an owner. He's high.
No, yeah, he high, bro.
He don't even got to do nothing, bro. He's high, bro.
But all right, speaking of basketball.
All right, what's good?
What you think about John Wall, Russell Westbrook?
Oh, man.
What you think about that?
I think Westbrook just needs to go to another team. Like, Westbrook should go to the Knicks and just be the man. Like, he would get all the money he wants, he'd get the ball all he wants in New York, just like he had in Oklahoma. He needs to be his own man. He don't need nobody else on the team with him, bro.
Bro, he only has Bradley Beal. That's it.
He don't need that. What's Bradley go? He'll help Russ with the shooting percentage of the team. Okay, that's it. So, but I guarantee Bradley and Russ will not get along. Just like I'm not sure. I heard rumor that John and Bradley may have an issue. I don't know. It might not be true. I don't know. I never heard. I ain't never really seen them talk either. So I don't know.
So There goes the point of view as far as from the Wizards side. What do you think about the Rockets? Rockets is making some moves. Like, are they trying to keep James, or are they trying to get rid of James? You think that's enough? I mean, they did add Boogie too.
James wants to get out because he wants the chance to win the championship because he feels like he's not going to get it in Houston.
Does he want a championship?
But him going to Brooklyn, it's just not happening. It's not going to happen.
No, I understand that, but does James Harden want a championship? I mean, that's all I've heard James Harden advocate for is MVPs over the past 4 years.
He wants a championship because he's had everything else. He's had did he have a scoring title?
Yeah.
He had a scoring title. He had MVP. So he wants a championship.
Okay.
I mean, that's the only thing really keeping. He needs that for his legacy. But John Wall with him, still not gonna happen. Cousins with him, I don't even think Cousins is effective anymore for real. Cousins is injury prone. Mm-hmm. He might just be a Dwight Howard in the league now.
I mean, I hope not, man. I like Cousins as solid big man, but I definitely want to say Dwight Howard. He's much more skilled than Dwight, but
is he?
Way more skilled.
He can shoot. He can shoot.
He can handle the ball, bro. He's skilled.
Dwight can handle the ball in high school.
But
I mean, if you had it at one time, I'm sure you still 1-on-1. I'm sure Dwight can still handle the rock a little bit.
But it's 5-on-5 though out there.
I ain't gonna lie. Dwight's he's a little strange to me anyway. But I ain't gonna touch on that. That's a sensitive subject.
Dwight got his ring, so
No, it's not his ring.
I mean,
that's not his ring.
He won true enough.
It's LeBron's ring. It's AD's ring. It's everybody else in the team's ring except Dwight's.
That's true. That's true. But I mean,
that is Jason Kidd's ring more than it's Dwight's ring.
I can't fully agree with that, but I mean, you have
Did Dwight play in the last game?
Did he?
No, he didn't.
I think he did.
No, he didn't.
He played in the series, so
he played in the series, but he did not play that last game. That's the one that counted, right?
Man, that's true.
They didn't need him to win.
They needed him. Yeah, they needed him. They needed him. I want to say they didn't need him.
JaVale McGee got more rings than him.
He's also had better opportunities. He's been with the Golden State Warriors.
Dwight's been with the Lakers twice.
He's been with the Golden State Warriors.
Dwight played with Kobe.
An older Kobe.
An
older Kobe.
Still Kobe.
I don't agree. So
people don't say they played with an old Michael Jordan. Well, maybe. All right, I take that back. I'll take it back. All right, take that back. I forgot about the Wizards years. Sorry, that's my bad.
But let me ask you, what do you think? You think it's a chance that the Lakers could repeat? You think they could possibly repeat?
Absolutely. I think the Lakers are still the number one favorites.
I mean, they did lock up They
locked up LeBron, $85 million over 2 years.
Okay.
It's an amazing contract. AD, another 5-year contract, 195, which is what, $45 million above his last contract with New Orleans. So he's.
Bo, I'm not a mathematician. I just know it's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
You know what $145 million looks like? 195?
Nah.
Over 5 years?
Nah. I know it's a lot.
$195 million. You know what you can do with $195 million? No. There's nothing you can't do. Nothing.
But I mean, they locked up they two guys, they 2 stars, and then they also put players around them. They got Schroeder. They
locked up everybody, and they had the number one chance to repeat.
They still got to figure out what they're gonna do with Kyle Kuzma. So, he's.
I heard LeBron make a statement that he's gonna do big things. So I don't expect nothing from Kyle Kuzma. I expect him to ride the Lakers' coattail, LeBron and AD's coattail, and get another ring possibly.
Okay.
If he wants to go somewhere else, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that either. But I mean, the Lakers are gonna win. I'm gonna put it out there like that. I'm calling it. Next year's championships, again, Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron gets his 5th ring, and that puts him on the same level as Kobe and Magic Johnson. And that puts him in the Super Hall of Fame of Hall of Fame.
Okay. I agree. I've always been a diehard LeBron fan, so, I mean, there's no disagreement there from me. Not from me.
Are you really a diehard LeBron fan?
Yeah.
Are you really a diehard LeBron fan?
Yeah.
How did LeBron shoot when he first came in the league?
How did he shoot? Like,
what does jumper look like?
I can tell you about the games when he played on ESPN2 in high school. He was shooting air balls. So yeah, I'm a LeBron fan.
Nobody watch ESPN.
That's something. Just
Nobody watch some games, bro.
Not a hard fan, man.
All right. But anyway, we're gonna switch subjects a little bit though. We're gonna switch over to the music scene because there's a lot of stuff going on in music right now. But I feel like the number one topic, which I don't really know why it's the number one topic, because of to me, of an unimportant person, Young Thug.
Okay.
I call him an unimportant person just because I'm not a fan.
Well, I mean that's true. I mean, but Thug makes good music, man. He makes.
Too.
I mean, for today's time, he makes good music for today's time. You know, he's got a crowd. He's got a fan. A following.
I don't like none of them. I don't like his fans. I don't like him. But anyway, the statement was that he's not checking or has ever checked for an Andre 3000 verse on ever in life. Like he's never been checking for Andre 3000.
That's true, but he also did explain the reason why he said it because it was in the T.I. interview. T.I. said he did music with Elton John, I believe.
Yeah.
And he was saying that Elton John was more so he paid homage to Thug, and he felt like Andre 3000 didn't do that. He was more so a person that you gotta basically compliment rather than giving compliments.
He's tripping.
I mean, that could have been the case the time he met him.
Even I've heard Andre be like, "Oh, Young Thug he's good. Andre bigs him up."
That's true.
I don't know why Andre would be a fan of Young Thug. I can't see the artistry and anything Young Thug has put out. I think it's terrible.
I'll tell you, I wasn't like always a huge diehard Young Thug fan, but as far as like understanding the melodics, like the the cadences, the pockets, which kind of helped me like understand where he comes from as far as it was Tech Nine. Tech Nine even made sense of it. So that's somebody you gotta at least
I respect Tech Nine. He's a weird guy, but I respect him.
Yeah.
But quote a Young Thug verse right now.
I ain't got none.
You can't.
I ain't got none.
I'm gonna be honest. It's terrible. Only terrible rappers have verses that nobody can quote.
That's true.
Is that a fact? Is that not a fact?
Yeah.
I can't. Can you name a bad rapper who you can quote? Can't. Too much dead air.
All right.
Can't.
I'm gonna come back next time with some Jaquan verses and some.
Jaquan's not that bad. I like getting tipsy in the club.
That don't mean you like
at 14 years old. I like getting tipsy at 14 years old at the house party at my parents' house. Who didn't do that? That's great stuff. Jaquan, see, he had substance.
See, you couldn't even say it with a straight face.
Look, man, I tried to help my man out, but all right, sorry, Jaquan. If you ever hear this, though, but I mean, if you feel like coming back out, do your thing.
Hey, we plugged him, man. So he owes us, man.
Hey, you can come over here.
You see us out there in the streets, Jaquan. Give us $1 for plugging you, all right?
I want more than $1.
Jaquan, man. But
all right. So another big news: Ho's birthday. People call him the GOAT.
Yeah. You one of them people?
AKA Jay-Z.
You one of them people?
Do I call him the GOAT?
Yeah.
It's an argument. He does have an argument at the title.
Okay.
But I don't. He's not my GOAT.
Okay.
He's not my GOAT. My GOAT is still LL Cool J.
Okay. And the house did it for you, didn't it?
Yeah.
That one pants leg, man. I told you he was going to take over the rankings for that one.
When I was in middle school, I used to live in Columbus, Ohio, and I used to do that, bro. I used to rock my one pants leg up, and they would tell me to put my pants leg down because it was gang related. I was like, it's not gang related. LL's not gang related.
That's when you bust out the end of the house and dance.
Yeah, it's hell. I was coming in, Kango hats on, dress up days, I had Kango hats on. I'd be licking my lips and then putting chapstick on. But as you know, L's my favorite rapper. I can't go with everything L's put out. He did do something like a phenomenon. It's trash.
I mean,
even his trash is better than Young Thug's best hit.
Every artist has that, though. Every artist has that. Why did they make that moment?
Do they?
I think so.
All right, Nas said that about Nostradamus.
That song with Genuine?
Just that song. That was really the only.
It was
pop commercial song on the album, for real, for real. And it was actually a decent song. I just didn't like it. It bopped to me. I mean, it was.
I think about you because they had Genuine and they had a Timbo beat on it.
I'm a fan. I love Timbo. I like Genuine. It seemed like it should be a great record. For some reason, Nas didn't like it. I don't get that. It's just Nas though. But back to Jay-Z though. Mm-hmm. So, what are your top 5 Jay-Z albums?
Man, it's 1 and 2 is always tough. 1 for me. We'll start with 1. I go with the Blueprint. The Blueprint for me in high school, man. It was like
never change.
Yeah, it went something like that.
That's the first. Anytime somebody says Jay-Z Blueprint, that's the first song I go to.
But yeah, that album though, it was definitely a solid album. You had that. You had Song Cry. You had Heart of the City.
That's right. Song Cry was on that album.
You had You Don't
Yeah,
Know.
he did the Unplugged for that.
Yeah.
On MC. All right. I might have to add that on my list because that Unplugged was nice, bro.
All right. So number 2, I got to roll with Reasonable Doubt. I admit,
Classic.
With Reasonable Doubt came in 96, 97. So it was still kind of caught in the middle of the whole Tupac Biggie wars. And then also, around that time, I heard, like, down south, we had No Limit in Cash Money. Well, Cash Money was rising. Not quite there yet. But No Limit, so.
All right, confession time. I didn't hear about No Limit or Cash Money. I didn't hear about No Limit until I heard I'm Bout It on the radio.
Okay.
But I think it was way later than when it came out.
Okay.
And I didn't hear about Cash Money until Juvie. That
was like 99.
Yeah.
99. So, that's what I said.
And I hated all of them when they came out. Every last one of them.
Yeah.
I hate Master P. I hated him. Respect him now, but I hated him then.
Yeah. So, I mean, those 2 can change between 1 and 2 for me. Number 3, I got to go with American Gangster. Wasn't a huge fan because around the time that it came out right after Souls of Kingdom Come. But like the more I listened to it as I got older and stuff, kind of understood. You know, it's just something. It's one of the albums that grows with you. You know, some albums aren't good when you first hear it, but it grows. It gets better each time you listen to it.
As far as artistic, from Jay-Z's standpoint, that is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? What did you say it was?
Which one? Blueprint?
The one we just talking about. My mindset. Reasonable Doubt. It's classic.
Yeah.
It's absolute classic, man. I loved everything about that album. It's hip hop at its finest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, finish up your top 5. I'm gonna hit my top 5 real quick.
4, I'm probably gonna go with Black Album today. I'm gonna go with Black Album today. In class. Number 5, I'm gonna go ahead and end that with 444.
Slept on, but classic. It's not slept on.
It's not slept on.
But there's a lot of younger generation that didn't really mess with it.
Well, I think
they're missing out.
It's more mature rap. So it's definitely a mature rap.
All right. So I'm gonna hit my 5 real quick. In My Lifetime Volume 1,
Okay.
Black Album.
All right.
The Dynasty, 444. I'm gonna go ahead and throw Hard Knock Life Volume 2 in there. It's my top 5 Jay-Z.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going on. But yo, you know what I'm saying? We about running out of time. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap things up a little bit.
Yep.
You know, I think we had a good, decent show. You know, what do you think, Jay?
I think we came and did our thing.
We came and did it. No, we came. We talked some shit.
We saw, we conquered.
We came and we completed it better than Nate Robinson. So, it's JJ and Bo. We signing out. Salute.